outstanding. We've seen some plays in special teams, and the offense continues to deliver, showing off all of the playmakers and all of the versatility they have on that side of the football. This could not be better here in the first half for the home team.
Let's see what he can get done from inside his own 15. Buys just enough space to cross the 25. Let's mark it at the 27-yard line. This Trojan offense is ready to go back to work. Trailing by 3 touchdowns. If you're going to get back in it, David, the time to start is right now.
Got to start now. Defense giving up points on that last possession. Again, the offense is going to have to score, and Jesse probably score pretty quickly.
Yeah, you got to go tempo. You're going to have to try to fit in as many plays as you can throughout the rest of this game. But I think more than that, you got to eliminate the negative plays. No more penalties and no more turnovers.
Finds his way for 3 out to the 33.
And that run really didn't go anywhere. And a lot of times we don't focus on it enough. How important those 5 guys are up front. To get on those defensive linemen, to try to move them out of the way, to get a run game going, it squarely falls on the shoulder of those 5 offensive linemen.
And it just squirted through his hands. He wanted to take off and got too anxious.
And I like the aggressiveness on 3rd and short, trying to throw the football, take advantage of the look that they got. They weren't successful, and now it's 4th and short territory. Who knows what they're going to do?
A fairly short distance here toward the sidelines, not his best work. Here comes the Texas offense back on the field. This offense has really been clicking in the game so far, Jesse.
No doubt. Everything
going for the big play. Intercepted. They were back in their own end, and they stopped the drive. Taking it the other way. He'll be stopped, but not before getting the football and picking up big yardage on the return. What a play there. See if they can turn this drive into points. They've got it 1st and 10 at the 50. Looking for a man. It's Douglas. Incomplete. He had to get rid of it before he wanted to. The defense put the heat on.
And I think a big reason this offense is struggling right now, why they're trailing on the scoreboard, is they have not been able to protect this guy, and it's affected him. He has not looked very accurate. Moving forward, the pass pro has got to be better to help this guy out.
Behind the chains now on 2nd and long. Looking to fire. Unloads to the right. And they weren't able to make the connection. They were looking for an explosive play.
The offense just has not been able to find a way to get their rhythm going here in the first half. We just haven't seen it in the passing game. That was a really good example of it again. If they're going to score more points in the second half, they've got to make some adjustments here at halftime.
Fires to the wideout. Another incompletion on 3rd down.
It's a nice job by the receiver working past the sticks. Looked like it was going to be a first down by the offense, but how about the physical play knocking that ball loose?
And the Trojans will punt it away on 4th down. A fairly short distance here toward the sidelines, not his best work. Here come the horns. They've got it again on offense. Well, the good news about this drive, Jesse, it can't go worse than last time through a pick on the first play.
No, it certainly can't. I think one good way, David, to help your quarterback turn the page is just find him an easy completion here and let him get back into a rhythm.
Yeah, or find him an easy handoff. Just hand the football off, maybe get the ground game going, maybe jumpstart this offense a little bit.
Gets the back moving. Scanning the field, it's Reed. Got his man downfield. Building momentum, picking up a chunk of yardage, moving the chains out to the 34.
That's a really nice looking catch, and it's shocking when you think about Texas Longhorn football. Not a lot of names jump out at you when you think about great wide receivers here, right? Yeah, Roy Williams, Jordan Shipley, not too many. This guy, though, I think has a chance to be special. This guy could go down in Texas history as one of the all-time greats.
As an offense, you're okay with that. You're going to run option plays, and sometimes you're going to bust it big, but sometimes you don't necessarily read it correctly, get some positive yards, and then we come back and we do it all over again with different reads against a different defense.
Can't make the connection, and the defense putting on the heat and forcing the incompletion.
You want to make a guy that's elite, that's one of the best in the business, start to become more and more human. Keep getting hits on him. Nice job by the defense, getting in his face, being physical. Make him feel your presence. Don't let him get comfortable back there in that pocket.
The sure hands, it's Williams. Third down, a lot of times it comes down to not necessarily who's the most open, who do you trust the most?
Yeah, it's not about the X's and the O's. It's about the Jimmys and the Joes. And when my guy's better than you and I get you matched up out wide and I know I trust you, I'm finding you.
Here's the handoff. And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield.
That back had absolutely nowhere to run the football. Actually, is he counting? I think he's counting to make sure there's only 11 guys on defense.
Down to 2 minutes before the half, and they'll take the timeout and see if they can add a little more before the break. What will they dial up on second and a long way to go? Here we go. On the run, it's Gibson. On his feet at the 40. Flying down the right side. Touchdown, Texas! And once he found open space, the band might as well start playing.
Well, this thing's turning into a rout, and it's turning into a rout quickly. Really nice job by the offense there, but it's not just them. Their defense is getting it done. Their special teams are getting it done, and it just feels like they're really feeding off of this home crowd and their energy. This has been the definition of home field advantage in this football game.
From inside his own 15, let's see how far he can get. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. They'll start this drive from the 18-yard line. Off the play fake on first down to throw. Just a bit of a misfire there as they can't make the connection.
Man, this is an unbelievable start for this defender in this game, guy. That's already his second PD in this game. Playing with his eyes, he's breaking on the ball. You just can't start a game any better.
Looking downfield, it's Douglas. Throws to the wideout. Oh, he had it and he dropped it. Almost one of those big plays he's known for. It'll be third down. They're about to wear this punter out. He's already been out 4 times, staring at a 5th if they can't move the chains. On third down, he'll try to pick it up through the air. And that one's incomplete. Worth taking a shot there, but couldn't hook up. 3 straight misfires has left them staring at 4th and 10, but they'll try it again. We've got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. The Trojans send out the punt unit.
On to kick it away.
That's usually prime return position, but he'll make the fair catch just outside the 40. They take over late and have enough time to put together a drive. Might be calling a hot route. They'll start this drive with a pass. Looking left. Picked off, and they ruin an early drive with the turnover. Takes it the other way. The 10. And he will roll into the end zone. Touchdown, USC.
How about a game-changing play for this defense? Stepping in front of the football and knowing what to do with it, taking it all the way to the end zone.
He'll try to tack on one more. The extra point is good, but they're still down 28-7. Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
All right, guys, a little update on what else is happening in college football this weekend. Duke is darn near putting up video game numbers offensively, and the result is a comfortable lead for the Blue Devils on the scoreboard. They're up by 18 over Kent State. We'll circle back if anything big happens you need to know about.
Oh, and how about that? I know Kevin and those guys will be keeping an eye on it for us. See a little wildcat formation in this spot, and here it is. Direct snap. And the wildcat is not working. They knock him down behind the line.
And that's a great job by the defense, understanding exactly the situation, understanding to stay home, play sound. No matter who gets the football, we're going to run to the football hard. We're going to cage the football, be disciplined. Nice job by the defense.
Back to pass, it's Lagway. Going downfield for the big play. And the incomplete pass taking a shot on second down, and they'll be left with a third down.
You know, it's a good decision by the QB because his intended target wasn't open, so throw it out of bounds, and you can live to play another day here on this drive.
This defense has kept them backed up. Now one more stop, and they can get off the field on 3rd and long. Making side adjustments here. 3rd and long, and he'll try to throw for it. And he got smacked just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
Oh, you know what time it is when the defense gets that stop on 3rd down. Fist up in the air. Nice job getting to the quarterback, putting some pressure on him, hitting him, forcing the incompletion. 4th down, baby.
Signals for the fair catch and looks it in at the 40. First play of the drive comes from the 41. Well, this defense wants to bring some pressure. Looking to throw on 1st down. Fires to the right. Picked off, and they ruin an early drive with the turnover. He goes down after the short return, but what a play to get the football back. We'll see them really hit the speed button on the tempo here in the final minute of the first half. Wants to throw on 1st down. He's taking the shot. Got it in stride inside the 20. That is just a gargantuan play as he has it all the way down to the 12. The Longhorns moving quickly to the line. The give on the inside. And this one will be stopped for no gain. The offense will stop the clock and use one of its timeouts.
Yeah, and listen, the offense has had their way, and they've had so much success and so much production. But listen, at least the defense got a rep. You know, maybe this gets you a spark. Maybe this gets you some energy. Maybe we'll see a little bit more life from this defense.
Yeah, they may not win the game, but I think this defensive coaching staff at this point, based on how this game has gone, they're just trying to find things to build off of. And maybe that's something they can point to as they get ready for their next opponent of things they did right and things that they got to do more consistently moving forward.
Back to throw, it's Reed. Pressure coming. And it's a touchdown, but hold on just a second. We'll have to see what the flag's about. Maybe a momentary scare for that offense when they saw the flag. It's on, the defense declined, and the touchdown stands. Lining up for the PAT.
Is on for the extra point.
And with the extra point, they push the lead out a little further. Quick work on that scoring drive, just 4 plays. And the score comes on a 12-yard touchdown pass. Kickoff unit is out there again, and this crowd is feeling themselves after that last drive.
Texas.
He'll bring it back from inside the 15. And they'll haul down the returner to start us on the next drive.
Offense will take over. First and 10.
Timeout called by the offense, and now they just have 1 remaining in the half. We'll see if this offensive line is ready for the blitz. Dropping back, it's Douglas. On the run, still looking. Now he'll let one fly down the left side. And that will be incomplete. Man, that would have been a big hitter if they could have done it, but second down coming.
And it's funny, right before that play, I'm thinking to myself, I wonder if this offense is just going to play conservative here with the field position, the fact they haven't scored a ton of points so far in this game, just run the ball and take it into halftime. No, they're being aggressive, and not just that. They're taking deep shots way down the field, but give the defense credit. They were ready for it, forcing that incompletion.
He's got an open man. Breaks into the open. Thought for a minute they were going to turn that into a score. They get the big play, but time runs out here in the half. That's the end of the second quarter. That means it's time to join Kevin in our halftime update. And the Longhorns will try to kick this one deep to get things underway in the second half. From inside the 15, here's the return. Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22.
Will take over. First and 10.
And guys, USC has the ball back and sending the offense onto the field. Got blown out in the first half and now just desperate to find anything to generate momentum here in the third quarter.
It just starts with one play, though. You just need one thing to go right for this offense to start to build that momentum, and then that becomes infectious for the defense, for special teams. Everything can change. It just takes one play.
It really can, and it's so strange, and you can't quantify it. I don't know how to describe it as a coach or as a player, but you got to make something happen, and it's got to start on this drive.
With the first down, they'll put it in play from the 33. D looks as if they're about to bring the heat. Unloads to the wideout. And they dialed up a shot play, but they couldn't hook up.
You want to know why this team is losing? Look no further than this statistic, guys. Their best receiver doesn't have a catch yet in this game. There they try to go his way again. The defense has completely shut him down.
At the 45 on his way. Into enemy territory and out of bounds at the 48.
You're down. Obviously, at the half, you had a conversation. We got to come out and put points on the board. And, Jesse, it looks like they're going to start with the ground game.
And I love this, David, too. Regardless of whether they're losing.
Going deep. Oh, it's picked off. That's not the start they hoped for. Bringing it back. He's at the 40. He's at the 20. Touchdown, Longhorns! What momentum you get when the defense comes up with a play like that. What a play by this defense with the pick six.
And how about the defender? Exactly what you're supposed to do. Breaks on the football, makes the interception. Everybody on defense, we turn to offense. Go lay some blocks so my guy can get it and take it back to the house.
From inside, and he loses the football on the return. Oh, look what I found. I'd say that's a stroke of good fortune. The offense keeps it.
Wow, they narrowly avoid disaster there. They fumble the kick return, and if that goes to the other team, all the momentum is no longer with them. So a nice job being able to pounce back on that, and the head coach breathing a huge sigh of relief.
This senior showed some serious arm strength firing that one in for the first down.
First down for the offense.
Big chunk play to start this drive. Now they'll really try to take it to this defense. Back to throw, it's Douglas. Fires to the wideout. And that incomplete pass caused by the big hit on first down. Second down coming.
This offense hasn't been able to generate a lot of points in this one. Here in the third quarter, you're seeing the defense and how much pride they take on being physical. It's not just stopping the run. Guys in the back end flying to the football in the air, getting hits on guys, that time on the receiver, knocking it loose.
Not many receivers like to get hit. They just don't, okay? They're prima donnas. That's what they are. That's who they are. Nice job by the defender. You could tell he was catching the football. He was going to put a hit on him to make sure he had...
Just plowing ahead. And a big hit at the end, but it didn't stop him from getting the first down.
I know the offense is down by a lot here in the second half. You just need one big play, though, to spark the offense, get the confidence going, and they may have found it right there in that completion. Good throw, good catch. Now we got to keep it going.
Pulls it in. Brought down at the 21-yard line, a 50-yard pickup, and they are in prime position to get points now. And the Trojans have it with a 1st and 10. To the air on first down. Makes the grab. That one takes it down to the 13-yard line. Nice job by this guy finding the slot guy on a drag.
Yeah, the receiver just working his way across the field, giving his quarterback a nice, easy target. That's an easy completion.
Gets it out fast. They make the tackle just outside the end zone, but it'll be 1st and goal from the 1.
First and goal.
That's a huge throw for the offense, but they're down by a ton. They're going to need a lot more of that, and it's not going to be easy considering the defense knows they're probably going to be throwing the ball every play here in the second half moving forward.
Fires to the end zone. Touchdown, Trojans. Fired in from the red zone for the score.
Number 10.
One of the areas they really focused on with this receiver in the offseason was we need you to make more plays for us in the end zone. And we're taking shots. We need you to be able to step up and make tough catches. And David, what a grab right there.
And I think a lot of that has to do with trusting your guy, knowing where he's going to be, knowing when he's going to sit down, when he's not. So being on the same page, and then having a guy that can go get it. Just when the ball is near him, he's going to make the play, just like he did right there for 6 points.
Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. So they come to the line, and the Wildcat going to give him a different look. They'll send the back in motion. Snap to the back. It'll fall incomplete. A little creativity on first down, but it doesn't work. It'll be second down.
I know a lot of people are going to look at that play and say, man, that was a bad play. Didn't gain any yards. But that could be the offense maybe setting something up. The play caller is going to remember that last play. He's going to remember how the defense reacted to it, made a quick tackle. They might pump that throw and then hit another player vertically down the field for an explosive play down the line. Just keep that in mind.
Wants to throw. It's Reed. Throws to the wideout. It's incomplete and maybe a little too aggressive from this senior trying to fit that one in there.
Well, on that incompletion, the quarterback and the receiver just not on the same page. I mean, that wasn't even close.
Not exactly the ideal situation for this offense. Third and long, backed up inside their 20. From the gun, wants to pass. That's caught. It's Gibson. Really needed a play like that to get out of their own end. They move the chains. They mark it at the 29. Last completion moved the sticks in. Let's see if they try it again. Gonna run it. It's Gibson. It's a fumble. Defense falls on the ball. Gonna be a turnover.
Offensive players, when they got the ball in their hand, they're trying to make plays, right? Trying to make you miss. There's nothing better than closing that gap and sticking that head right in that guy's chest and causing a fumble.
He wants to start this drive with a pass. Got rid of it just in time.
Yeah, and your first job is to affect the quarterback and try to get him off his spot. They get him off his spot, he gets outside the pocket. They did a nice job chasing, not quitting, getting to the quarterback, and still getting a good lick as he's throwing the football.
Misfired on the last play. They'll go back to the air. On the run, deep down the right side. And it's incomplete, going for the massive explosive play instead. They're looking at a third down.
And I think that right there has been one of the biggest stories of this game so far. The reason this team trails is they can't get one of their best players the football in the passing game. This guy's a weapon. He eats defenses alive each and every week and has yet to make one catch in this game.
Another incompletion on third down.
Well, this is a disappointing drive for the offense considering where this drive started in their opponent territory. Now you're at 4th and long. You've got to be better throwing the football in those types of situations.
3 straight incompletions and undaunted. They'll go for it on 4th and 10. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Unleashes one. Intercepted to stop the threat. And they'll close in on him after a good return on the interception.
Well, coming out of the tunnel in the third quarter, this quarterback now is really struggling with his decision-making. 2 picks here in the third quarter. This looks like Jekyll and Hyde from what we saw in the first half.
Well, and the bad thing is they're going to be in passing situations. They're coming from behind. They're going to need him to play better. Like, he's going to have to read the field better and make some plays if they want to get back in this football game.
Makes the grab.
When these wide receivers work the middle of the field, so much of this is feel. Understanding where the holes are in the zone or understanding how to get leverage on a man. And these wide receivers are dangerous nowadays because they do it so fast and see that so quick and make those plays over the middle.
And the Longhorns can play this second down a lot of ways with just a few yards to go. Finds a little space. There he goes. Good pickup there as he gets the first down, and they'll mark him at the 48.
And I love these offensive coaches going right back to your guy. I believe in you. Just because you fumbled doesn't mean I'm not going to give you the football.
Yeah, and he's repaying the favor right now to this coaching staff as well. And doesn't it just seem like he's running with a little bit more juice? He looks like he's ticked off.
Now from the 48-yard line, it's 1st and 10. Power football with the run. Creates a little space. It's a seam wide open. And this defense's head is spinning. He gets it down to the 27.
This shouldn't be a surprise to anybody. If you've got the lead in the third quarter and you want to keep it, you got to bleed the clock. Best way to do that, run the football. And you're now seeing this offense call these run plays back to back. They are trying to be physical, and they're trying to stay on the field.
Right back to the well. And he never had a chance. Just stopped cold as soon as he got it. The Longhorns racing to the line in the hurry-up.
And this offense gets nothing done on that play, but look at them. They're continuing to run this tempo. They want to try to do something to get a spark going.
Intercepted. Big play. Stops the drive.
We've just seen in this game the ball has just gotten away from him a little bit. A couple of times, just hasn't been able to put it where he wants to. And as a result, that's now his second pick thrown in this game.
To the air. It's Douglas. He put it out there for him, and the senior gave him a chance, but they couldn't make the connection.
Well, this has been a day to forget if you're this quarterback. And I got to be honest, guys, I'm surprised he's still even in the game right now because he has had zero rhythm. He hasn't been accurate. He's thrown a ton of interceptions. Most coaches would have pulled their guy by now. I know.
He tosses one high and deep down the left side. Grabs it at the 25-inch stride. That is exactly what you want to do with the football. He's got it all the way down to the 15-yard line. The entire complexion of this possession changed on that one play. Now they've got it 1st and 10 inside the 20. Got it in the middle. It's Sexton. Touchdown, Southern Cal. The finisher, the exclamation point on that drive. Got to start cutting into this lead somewhere. Now the question, will they have enough time?
But that's step one. You got to get that first score. You got to get back in the ball game and get some of that momentum back on your side. You still got more work to do, but step one accomplished.
They're coming out to tee it up for the kickoff, and that last score was a real buzzkill for this crowd.
Texas.
Looking for those open spaces and opportunity. Finds his way up to the 24 before he goes out of bounds. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out.
Here we go. Right. Ready.
The run from the shotgun. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. Didn't get much done on that first play of the drive. It's 2nd and 11. Leaves it with the back. Runs through a tackle. Really nice job to squirt his way up to the 31-yard line.
These RPO runs, they're like body blows. I like them because it just sort of chips away at a defense. You'll take these kind of gains all game long. You keep running the football this way, you're going to keep moving the sticks. You're going to keep driving this defense back, so keep at it with the RPO game.
To the air, it's Reed. Unloads to the wideout. Complete to the left. And he'll be run out of bounds, and these guys are piling up some serious yardage totals. We've been treated to an aerial show by these two guys so far as you check out their numbers.
With the score, Texas 42, USC 21.
They go back to work in the final period of this one. Off the play fake on 1st down. Got rid of it in a hurry, but he couldn't find his man. It's incomplete. Backed up now. Here's 2nd and long. Wide receiver comes in motion. 2nd down, they'll go to the air. Shoots it to the left. A strike downfield. Touchdown, Texas! Made the grab and took it on in for the score. They push the lead out here in the 4th quarter and close to getting back on track and going 2-1. This dude is lighting it up for the Horns. Horns and some old-school Horn fans starting to think about that 500-yard, 4-touchdown day Vince Young had against Oklahoma State.
And bringing back great memories, and there's been some good runs at quarterback. You think about Colt McCoy, too, man. He put up some serious numbers, some serious wins. Can this be the next guy to catapult this offense, to bring Texas back to prominence?
This Trojan offense is ready to go back to work. Weeks like this aren't tricky, but you have to respond better than they have, and I would expect they'll take a major hit in the rankings next week. What a job to lay out and make the catch. You know why he's piling up all these yards, David? Because the receivers won't let the ball hit the ground.
Do you remember that Jameis Winston game we called on a Thursday night? The ball didn't even hit the ground, did it?
It did not. 2 incomplete passes caught out of bounds. He lofts it high and deep down the left side. Hits him in stride inside the 10. Touchdown, Trojans. Once he got a step, it was all over, right to the house.
Well, you got to love the attitude of this team. I know they're still down by a lot on the scoreboard, but a really nice job by the quarterback. Accurate throw on that touchdown pass.
And the extra point is good. And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
Guys, wanted to give you a quick update on a game happening in the ACC. Vanderbilt is currently trailing, but this has been a back-and-forth affair. If that quarterback can find a little magic a la Jay Cutler, this might not be over just yet. It's a close one right now. They're trailing by 1 to Virginia. Any big changes in this ACC clash, we've got you covered with the best studio team in the business. Gentlemen.
Thanks for the update on that one. Kevin, let us know when it goes final. So now the Longhorns take over and they'll send out the offense. That last drive, an absolute aerial assault for the touchdown, Jesse.
But it was a nice job in...
Oh, he's got some space. He's at the 10, and he just kept running, and he ran away from the crowd, and he'll take it in. Touchdown, Longhorns! That lead's a little more comfortable now as they close in on a victory here in Week 3.
And to have a rushing touchdown of that type of yardage, you've got to be able to make something miss. It's one thing to get into the second level, but can you make that last defender miss? And you saw it on that play. Once he was in the clear, with his speed, he was gone.
Texas.
From inside the 15, here comes the return. Continues to fight for yards. Gets it out to the 44, and he's out of bounds, and now this offense has spectacular field position. And guys, USC has the ball back and sending the offense onto the field. It looks as if this game is going to be one to just drag to the recycle bin, but the idea now is to finish strong and just take whatever happens in the rankings next week. He lobs one high down the left side. And it was worth going for a chunk play, but the long pass is incomplete.
You know, it's one thing to take shots early in a game when the defense may not be expecting it, but at this point, fourth quarter, you're trailing by a lot. They know you're going to do it, and the defense was expecting that one. Great job in the back end.
Try to make up for some of that lost ground on second down. Trying play action. Going back to the well, another deep ball. And the ball is caught. He's inside the 35. Out of bounds at the 24-yard line after the huge pickup. And the best thing about this, the offense can't worry about the scoreboard. Just keep trying to make plays like that, Jesse.
I know a lot of people in the stadium probably feel like this game is over, and maybe it's been over for a while, Reese, but don't tell that to this quarterback and his teammates. They're still out there scrapping and clawing.
Got his man on the right. Works his way to the 4-yard line, and they'll have it first and goal.
19 on the play.
And now he's in the 400 club, 400. That's a pretty good day at the office when you're putting up over 400 yards. This defense hadn't had a lot of answers.
42 Spider. 4-2 Spider.
Off play action on first down. Steps away. Working that left side now. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage. Can the defense stop them again on second and goal? Pucks it out of the air. Touchdown USC. And they take it in for 6 more points.
Well, this offense needed a touchdown. No doubt that that was the guy the QB was going to be looking for on that play.
Lining up to add another. Hit that one with some aggression for the point after. A very efficient 5-play scoring drive. And they capped the drive with a 4-yard touchdown pass.
USC 35. Texas.
Fielded in the end zone, it's Gibson. Gets it out to the 20, about 5 yards short of where he'd be if he'd just taken a knee in the end zone. Here comes the Texas offense. This has been exactly the way you draw things up, David. The offense has really been moving the football.
And it's been great execution. They've done exactly what they've wanted to do. Build the lead. Now Palmer's a different animal. Now you got to protect him.
You can tell they were paying attention in practice this week in the film room because they have gone out, everybody right now on the same page.
They'll run the ball. The clock is on their side. Got the first down and still on his feet. They finally wrestle down the senior, but not before he picks up some valuable ground. They've got it first and 10 at the 50. Sends it back in motion. Quarterback feeling that pressure, and he's knocked down at the 42.
And nice answer by this defense. You give up a big play, you go take a big play. Sometimes you get down on yourselves and one play turns to 2. Nice job by this defense getting a sack, creating some momentum.
Little touch pass to the receiver. The defense wouldn't let him loose there, and it was a completion, but they lost yardage.
The first thing you have to do to make these plays successful offensively is I have to block the edge. I got to get my speedster in space. They didn't do a good job of getting that guy out there in space where he could really use his jets. Nice job by the defense understanding it, seeing it, rallying to it, and tackling that guy for a loss.
Got a man. It's Watson. They stop him short of the sticks, and it'll be 4th down.
And as an offense, that's just why you cannot get behind the sticks in these types of situations. 3rd in California is hard to complete and is hard to convert for anybody. And even though the running back is able to do something positive on that 3rd down play, it's just too many yards to gain, and now they're forced to punt.
Well, no surprise to see the special teams, but you thought it might be the punter. Instead, here comes the field goal kicker. And that might be the edge of his range, but he had just enough. And that will extend their lead even further. That lead just keeps getting fatter, and this kickoff team doing a little running.
Set to kick this one away. Texas.
From inside the 10, here he comes. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. This Trojan offense is ready to go back to work. Off the play fake on first down, wants to throw. Rushes on him. They get to him as he throws. And here's the 5th interception by this quarterback. Touchdown, Texas! The defense gets it done with that huge interception return.
And this has been the story of the game. Everything going their way. Offensively, special teams, and now on defense here in the 4th quarter. They're still being aggressive. They're still jumping these throws. And he picked that thing off and took it all the way to the house.
Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out.
Texas.
From inside his own 15, looking for room. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, that they get him on the ground at the 20. And guys, USC has the ball back and sending the offense onto the field. Well, the good news is they threw a touchdown pass last time. It was just to the wrong team, Jesse.
Well, that's an unfortunate part of the game for quarterbacks, but guess what? They do happen, so you've got to be able to turn the page here and lead this offense.
Well, I think you know this defense is going to be aggressive. They're going to jump routes. They're going to play aggressive. You got to take advantage of that. Maybe use that this time to your advantage.
Still at their own 20 after that last incompletion. It's 2nd and 10. Defense showing blitz, trying to rattle this quarterback. He'll loft one deep down the left side. And it's another interception as his assault on the record book continues. Looking for more room. At the 20. And he's going to run it all the way back. Touchdown, Longhorns! They push the lead out here in the 4th quarter and close to getting back on track and going 2-1.
Dude, you didn't think it could get any worse, right? You thought this game's over as it is anyways. Offense still throwing the football, still trying to make plays, and the defense just continues to pour it on, gets the pick, makes its way all the way to the end zone.
They're set to kick it off. You think this crowd's going to get loud when their defense comes on the field?
Texas.
From inside the 15, chance for a good return. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. This Trojan offense is ready to go back to work. The big thing now, don't get rattled by that last pick 6, David.
Nah, it was a big mistake. Obviously, the defense took advantage of it, but you got to put it behind you. Jesse, I'm sure you know a thing or two about throwing a pick 6 and how to rebound.
I believe I've only thrown one in my life, but yes, I do because of that singular instance. I'll say this. You can't let that play beat you twice. You got to go out, not try to get it all back here in one play. Just execute the offense.
Dragged down at the 30 after a 5-yard gain.
And you know what? The best 3rd down offenses don't get the 3rd down. Really good job by the offense running the football. You could tell the defense got caught a little bit off guard, got a nice gain, popped one, got a 1st down. Who needs 3rd downs if you can just pound it down their throat on 2nd down?
He's taking a deep shot. And they can't make the connection, going for a big play on 1st down.
And this defense has put a game together. Like, it is hard to put all the facets of defense together. Run defense, pass defense. They've been so good, man. Dialed in. You could tell they were ready. They were fast. They were physical. They dominated this football game today.
Looking downfield, it's Douglas. Fires to the middle. It's incomplete and maybe a little too aggressive from this senior trying to fit that one in there. It'll take some work to get to the sticks. It's 3rd and long from the 30. Here's the snap, ready to cut one loose. Another incompletion on 3rd down.
After that incompletion, 4th and long now on your own side of the field, you're trailing in the 4th quarter. What's your go-to play call here in the passing game? Where is the matchup that you trust in to come up with a big one to give yourself a chance to stay alive and win this game?
Not going to get a chance to field that one, and the punt will bounce out of bounds. Decent field position to start this drive from their own 33. The give and tick, 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 tick. An explosive play in the running game as he's got the 1st down.
Big reason why his team has the lead right now late is because of his performance running the football. Well over 100 yards in this game. They knew that they were going to have to really put a lot of pressure on him. He'd have to shoulder the load, and he has delivered for his offense all game long.
And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage. They got nothing on the last play. It's 2nd and 10. Quarterback making checks. 2nd down, he'll throw it. He'll take a shot. And he's got it in the end zone for a touchdown. This is an absolute blowout.
Pure domination all game long for this offense. Whether they've been running the football, whether they've been throwing the football, critical down and distances, situationally all up and down the field. This defense has had no answer for these guys. What an impressive performance by the O.
Texas.
From inside his own 15, looking for a crevice. And the returner will be brought down. This drive opens up at the 23-yard line. Looking for a man, it's Douglas. Here's a heat. Incomplete, thanks to the great defensive pressure there that sort of threw them out of rhythm.
I don't know about the decision that time by the quarterback. He may have been expecting man coverage, but that time the defense was in zone, and they did a really nice job closing the window. The intended target was not open, and that's why that one fell incomplete.
He's taking a deep shot late in the game. What a spectacular grab there as they try to finish this game with a little something to feel good about. Offense gets set for second down. Defense showing blitz here. Second down, they'll go to the air. Caught behind the line, it's Miller. Turning it on! Ripping through the defense. And he's down at the 41, that's a first down.
And this offense has got to kick it in high gear now. Making a big play, that is great, but we got to go up-tempo. We got to go fast. We're trailing big in this ball game. We got to put a lot of drives together and maybe even get lucky with an onside kick.
Not able to hook up there, incomplete.
It's a nice adjustment by the defense here. With a big lead in the game, you're putting extra DBs on the field, knowing the offense has to throw to get back in this one in the fourth quarter. So your best cover guys on the field, and they force an incompletion on the last one.
And he's all bottled up, and now it's worse. The ball's loose.
Well, the offense is able to avoid disaster right there. Problem is they fumbled it, but thankfully they were able to jump back on and not have a turnover.
Now third and long, and trying to play catch-up in more ways than one after that earlier sack. He's looking downfield to throw. Quickly to the tight end. Still on his feet at the 45. They get him out of bounds. Couple yards short of midfield. They'll mark it at the 48, and this offense is rolling. The Trojans need to pick it up on fourth down. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Intercepted. Man, they just can't get anything going. Trying to take it back. He's at the 10. Touchdown, Texas! How about this defense taking one back to the house?
Man, that could not have gone any worse. You're thinking fourth
In this one.
And there's going to be a big movement in the rankings after that performance. That team that got the win today, they are going to get moved ahead of their opponent. It's one thing to beat a ranked opponent, David. It's one thing to blow the doors off of them.